The night in Nashville was electric. GEODIS Park was packed to capacity, every seat filled with fans waiting to witness something special, the clash between Nashville SC and Inter Miami CF. But all eyes were fixed on one man, Lionel Messi. Since joining Major League Soccer, every stadium he stepped into had turned into a spectacle, and this one was no different. Supporters wore pink jerseys, waved Argentina flags, and chanted Messi's name long before kickoff. The tension and anticipation were through the roof. As the referee's whistle blew, the game sprang to life immediately. Nashville SC started aggressively, trying to impose their physical style. Walker Zimmerman and Hany Mukhtar led the early charge, pressing high and moving the ball quickly into Miami's half. Within the first 5 minutes, Nashville had a corner, swinging it into the danger area where Zimmerman rose above everyone. His header forced Drake Callender into a reflex save, a warning shot to Miami's defense. Inter Miami, though, remained calm. Sergio Busquets, the veteran midfielder, dropped deep to collect the ball and began orchestrating play from the back. He linked beautifully with Jordi Alba on the left flank, bringing balance and rhythm to Miami's possession game. The early pressure began to fade as Miami settled into their trademark passing patterns, and soon, Messi started drifting into pockets of space, scanning the field with that ever-calculating gaze. In the 12th minute, the breakthrough came, and who else but Lionel Messi? The move started deep in midfield. Busquets found Messi between the lines, and in an instant, he turned, skipped past 2 defenders, and unleashed a left-footed shot from outside the box. The ball curved and dipped, sailing beyond the reach of Nashville's keeper Joe Willis. The stadium erupted, not just the visiting fans, but even some neutrals stood in awe. Another trademark Messi moment, another reminder of why he's called the greatest of all time. Miami led 1-0. Nashville tried to respond quickly. Mukhtar, ever the threat, attempted to catch Callender off guard with a curling free kick in the 18th minute, but it grazed the crossbar. The home side pushed higher, but that left them vulnerable at the back. Miami's front trio, Messi, Luis Suárez, and Robert Taylor, began exploiting the spaces behind Nashville's defense. Their chemistry was on full display. In the 24th minute, Messi slipped a through ball to Suárez, who cut inside and fired, only for Willis to produce a fine save. The match became an end-to-end contest. Nashville's crowd urged their team forward, and the response came in the 31st minute. A long ball from Shaq Moore found Mukhtar on the run. He controlled it perfectly and squared it to Teal Bunbury, who slotted home to make it 1-1. The home fans roared back to life. The goal injected fresh energy into the contest, and for a few minutes, it felt like Nashville might seize control. But Messi had other plans. Just before half-time, Inter Miami earned a free kick about 25 yards from goal, perfect Messi territory. The crowd fell into a hush. Messi stood over the ball, eyes locked on the top corner. The whistle blew, and he took his trademark few steps, curling the ball majestically over the wall and into the top right corner. It was perfection. Joe Willis didn't even move. The ball hit the net, and pink shirts went wild behind the goal. Messi ran toward the corner flag, arms wide, celebrating his second of the night as his teammates surrounded him. Inter Miami led 2-1 going into the break, and the fans knew they were witnessing a masterclass. The second half began with Nashville determined to fight back. They increased their tempo, pressing Miami's midfield and forcing errors. In the 50th minute, a dangerous cross from Lovetts found Mukhtar, whose header was inches wide. Nashville were throwing bodies forward, but it left them open to counterattacks, and Miami thrived on that. In the 56th minute, Miami came close to extending their lead. Jordi Alba's overlapping run down the left saw him whip in a low cross towards Suárez, whose near-post flick just missed the target. The partnership between the Barcelona trio, Messi, Busquets, Alba, looked as natural as ever, like they'd never left Camp Nou. Then came the moment everyone had been waiting for, Messi's hat-trick. It happened in the 62nd minute. Miami launched a quick counter after a Nashville corner. Busquets intercepted and immediately released Messi, who surged forward with the ball glued to his feet. 3 defenders closed in, but he weaved through them with surgical precision. Reaching the edge of the box, he feinted right, cut left, and curled another left-footed shot past Willis into the far corner. The net bulged. The crowd exploded. Messi had done it again, a sensational hat-trick. His teammates ran over, celebrating in disbelief, while the entire stadium stood to applaud. Even some Nashville fans couldn't help but smile at the genius they had just witnessed. Inter Miami now led 3-1, and with Messi in this form, there was no stopping them. Nashville tried to regroup, but Miami were in full control. The tempo slowed, and the visitors began to toy with possession, making Nashville chase shadows. Every touch from Messi drew cheers, every pass from Busquets seemed effortless, and every overlapping run from Alba threatened danger. It was vintage football, elegant, intelligent, and clinical. In the 70th minute, Miami nearly scored again when Suárez hit the post from close range after a quick combination with Messi. Nashville countered moments later, Mukhtar testing calendar once more with a fierce drive that was punched clear. The match was open, fast, and full of energy. Despite trailing, Nashville continued to show heart, trying to reduce the deficit, but Miami's backline, led by Kamal Miller and Drake Callender, stayed solid. By the 80th minute, Inter Miami's confidence was sky high. Messi continued to drop deep, dictating play like a conductor. He wasn't just scoring, he was creating. In the 82nd minute, he delivered a sublime chipped pass to Suárez, who tried an audacious bicycle kick that just missed. The fans gasped. It would have been another highlight for the ages. Nashville, desperate for a late comeback, threw everything forward in the final minutes. Mukhtar led a determined charge, but every attack was met by Miami's composure. The pink jerseys stayed compact, defending with organization and calm. In the 87th minute, Messi once again turned provider, slipping in substitute Benjamin Cremaschi, whose shot forced another brilliant save from Willis. The referee added 3 minutes of stoppage time. Nashville pushed one last time, winning a free kick near the edge of the box. Mukhtar stepped up, struck it well, but Callender dived low to parry it away. It was the final act of the night. As the final whistle blew, the scoreboard read, Nashville SC 1-3 Inter Miami CF. Lionel Messi walked off the pitch to thunderous applause from all corners of the stadium. A hat-trick, a vintage performance, and yet another reminder that greatness never fades. His teammates surrounded him, smiling, shaking their heads in admiration. For Nashville, it was heartbreak. They'd fought bravely but were undone by brilliance beyond their control. The post-match scenes were unforgettable. Messi exchanged jerseys with Mukhtar, a mutual respect between two top performers. Fans remained in their seats long after the match ended, soaking in the atmosphere. Cameras focused on Messi, who acknowledged the crowd, applauding him back. His influence was undeniable. Wherever he played, the game felt bigger, the stakes felt higher, and every moment felt magical. The statistics told the story. Messi had 9 shots, 6 on target, and 3 goals. He also completed 90% of his passes and created 4 key chances. Suárez and Busquets were exceptional in support, while Alba's overlapping runs caused constant trouble. For Nashville, Mukhtar was their standout performer, tireless, creative, and always dangerous, but he alone couldn't turn the tide. In the post-game interviews, Inter Miami's coach praised Messi's leadership and professionalism. He makes everyone around him better, he said. What you see on the field is pure genius, but what you don't see is how much work he does off it. He lifts the team. Busquets echoed the sentiment, smiling as he said, "We've played together for many years. When he's in this kind of form, there's nothing the opposition can do." Meanwhile, Nashville's coach admitted, "Sometimes, you just have to applaud greatness. We did everything right, and he still found a way. That's Messi." Social media erupted. Within minutes, clips of Messi's hat trick were trending worldwide. Fans posted messages in disbelief, calling it the best performance in MLS history. Commentators described it as a masterclass in precision, control, and genius. For Miami fans, it was pure joy. For neutral fans, it was history in motion. As the team boarded their bus later that night, Messi smiled quietly, surrounded by his teammates. The chants of "Messi, Messi, Messi" still echoed through the night air. For him, it was another day, another masterpiece. But for everyone who watched, it was a night they'd never forget. This match would be remembered not just for the result, but for the artistry that unfolded on the pitch. Messi's hat trick wasn't just about goals, it was about moments. Every touch, every pass, every movement spoke of a player still rewriting history, even in new colors, in a new league, thousands of miles from where it all began. In Nashville, they had come hoping to see greatness. They didn't just see it, they lived it. Lionel Messi, the magician, the legend, the eternal master of the game, had once again turned an ordinary night into a moment of footballing poetry. Final score: Nashville SC 1-3 into Miami CF. Messi 12, 44, 62, Bunbury 31. A night of brilliance, a night of Messi. The story of greatness continues.